Hi everyone, you have found what to play next for bringing everything that is awesome in gaming. Like this. This is awesome in gaming. We don't even know how to say it. I've always pronounced it dotAGE in my head. Your dotAGE, like your old age. We'll just assign, French pronunciations if we don't understand you, or any nationality at all, really. But like I said, this is awesome. We have this great community of indie devs on Twitter, and we love finding things that have something going on. So this appears to have mastered small, S-M-O-L. I don't know if you've ever run into the word on the internet. It's when you have something tiny and cute and you want to play with it. So they did a great job bringing that to the table. It is billed as strategy, so I assume it's turn-based. But it's either an adventure or RPG. We really wanted to explore that and see what they did with small. So. dotAGE demo. Oh, not dotAGE. It's not your dotAGE. It says dotAGE. So let's check it out. It comes out next month, so if you're excited, by the time this gets up, it'll be within a couple weeks. And we'll go ahead and we'll just jump right into it. Welcome to dotAGE. It's a short demo to give you a taste of the game. Beware, the content is not final. Enjoy. Thank you for the warning, Senor. Let me tell you the story of how your very own village was born. This is a tale of a curse we were destined to face, of how we bested the adversities. I would prefer there were adversaries, but he's definitely saying adversities through cooperation. Traits: grumpy. Obviously, this is important. Mattis has a very short temper, no patience for slackers. Everybody will work hard under his command. All right, well, tell me the story, friend. Tell me the story of the village. Let me tell you a story. It began before all of you were born. Obviously, as we're in our dotAGE. Do I click this? I felt good about that. The hand was gesturing. Really good as far as tutorials go. Really good integration. You don't want to miss out on gameplay. You do want to have some sort of indicator. This is a great old school one. We had been traveling for days in foreign lands. And as a side note, this is a story of how your village was born. How we bested the prophecy. Just going to speed things along. It all began in a lush, secluded valley, which we found after several days of travel. Just a few more steps, you slackers, were almost there. My feet hurt. Look at us! Look at how cute we are! You want to travel around with us? These are the cool kids. I was so young back then. I had convinced a few pips to follow me to the valley. I would not normally use that word. Your pip means your upper lady parts in English. But okay, apparently here it means the lads. The lads came with me. This is it. This is the place I told you about. We must stay here. You better not be lying about this new life, Mattis. Impertinent. Follow my lead and everything will be alright. Now get to work. We started working right away to build our village. So he just grabbed some dudes. It's like, let's build. This is the best tutorial ever. I want to do this. You want to do this? Let's do it up. I think this is the first time I'm telling you this story, isn't it? You better pay attention, as I won't repeat it twice. At any time, you can click on this button to skip a scene. The village was in a secluded, faraway valley. You can use your arrow keys to pan the screen edges. Same with your scroll wheel. The elder of the new village, let me tell you what I did to make the village thrive. Tell me a story. Tent was our village center. I defined the extent of our village, where we could safely build. Place it on available tiles. Close to the berry bushes. We want this to be close to the berry bushes. We pips and head... knew this. I'm not 12, I swear. We pips inhabited... Well, I'm imagining... My grandfather passed away recently. Less recently now. But he was English. I think he was something insane, like 90% English, and then as Englishmen understood it, full-blooded English. We pips inhabited dwellings such as this. Hover over the dwelling, and you will see that it is already full of pips. Pips, yes, my fellow villagers. I used to tell them what to do each day. I remember first sending a pip to get some food. To assign a pip to a building, structure, or plant, click on its tile. A pip is technically, when you eat an apple, it's the core that's left. So, a woman is, especially after they have children, are referenced using a slang word. Pips followed my wise advice without question. The pip is now working. You can click on the tile again to remove pips. It's also something that you use, like if you ever played cribbage, pips are those little pegs, or the game of life. Those are also pips. So. Pips work to produce resources daily. Hover over a building to see what it will produce in the top right. We found some bushes full of berries. It would suffice for our first days. Bushes have limited uses. The number on the top left shows how many uses are left. I thought they meant, like the parenthetic uses, not the, numeric uses. We're doing by each here. We collected the resources we produced each day in a shared pool inside the village. 1 food for each pip was needed each day. Grammatically, so interesting. Available food is assigned automatically. I ensured that each pip was assigned their daily task. Here you see how many working pips are in the village in total and how many are idling. I also took note of the current day, year, and season. The game advances in turns, so do not worry about time passing too fast. When I was satisfied with daily arrangements, we got to work right away. Pass the turn by clicking on the sun. That's labeled. It's a resource cap. I love that it tells me what it is, and then if there is more information, that it pops that out. This is a great interface. Great job with small. Great job with the tutorial. Is the sun behind my head? I bet you it is. Hold on. Let me click on that. 29 spring. Little bunnies hopping around. Like, this is actually going to be a fun game to play. So, the developer did an incredible job. He could probably use a narrator, someone with narrative experience in his next game. Despite my inability to speak, very much understand that section of the genre. We were involved with books, movies, television, and so I'm going back to school for film. I went back to school for film. They'll transfer my credits because I just take them by online courses now. So I want them to. There was more to it, I recall now. Just didn't feel like paying for a semester anymore. My memories, I can recall what happened. It's awesome. My old age, I tend to get a bit forgetful. As I tell you our story, old memories will resurface, so look out for those epiphanies. I love that they let me play an old man for this. That was obviously the best choice of all possible narrators. Memory retrieve, pips can build structures, placing buildings. Any pip has a skill to build a building. After you choose a building, they did not have a town council, let alone a board yet, which you have to pass your schematics through. Be able to place it when you want to inside the village area. Each unoccupied pip will get there to build it and will take a few days. So they just do barn raisings. Those Amish and their barn raisings sing their little songs. The building menu is divided in sections. Click on the services section. Okay, so we got the services. You need a thinker's post to help pips come up with new ideas. We obviously need this. We're going to put a post down, and that is where our men will think. For this one, it will take 1 day and a couple of resources. So I can put this anywhere, it's telling me. Follow the tutorial! Buildings were used by pips to produce resources. This produces 1 science a day. Mental resources. It's great. Buildings also had special requirements called traits. This building cannot be placed immediately next to another building. Thinking pips need silence. Decided where to place the building. Place it. If a pip is free, it will be assigned to building it. Remember to assign a pip before passing the tutorial. Took the pips a few days to build. Hover over the building to see how many days. It will take 1 day as 1 sun is present. Buildings came in many different types. Some of them could be built only on specific terrains, while others, like terrains is incorrect. The narrative is awesome. This guy has style. He would literally just post it up and we would polish it if that was, the direction he chose and he had some working narrative. While others changed production based on their surroundings. What, you want to know how I mastered the placement of buildings? Well, I collected my wisdom into a big book I called the Agepedia. Access it by clicking here. Oh, here, like here. My Agepedia contains information about buildings, resources, and much more. Be sure to check it often. If you forget about something, just ask and I'll gladly tell you about it. When you see a small question mark icon on your cursor, you can right-click to access the Agepedia page. Let's see if we can replicate that. There we go. Right click and it pops us right to it. So it's hyperlinked functionally. That's brilliant. I've never actually seen hyperlinks used. But it also has tabs and so on. I want to know. Hallelujah. There's a lot I could tell you about this specific item, but we'll talk about it another time. So it's under the coming soon portion. A lot of this is locked for the demo, so it's cool. Built our first homes as fast as we could without concern for durability. When too many of these fall on the inhabitants. Oh no! That's not good. Alright, store memories and so on. So what is behind my head this time? I am not seeing. I'm going for the demo. I have a lot of hand keys, a lot of arrow keys. What happens if I hit escape? I bet you I exit the Agepedia. Alright, so we can click on the sun. It looks like I'm got wandering pips here. They can certainly collect resources. Can I do anything with the bunny? Not really. We'll go to the next one. Are you sure? Why would I not be sure? Do I have a wandering pip? What are you doing? If I click on something, will you do something? Dwellings. Can I put up a shack? Not really. Raw. Nearby woods. Wood gathering. Yes, this is what we want to do. Oh, okay, so everyone is busy. So we will go ahead and just acknowledge that. Apparently she had not gotten to her berry bush. So we now have a thinker's post, which needs silence and produces science. The way that people think about city life and how it gets built, or sociology, culture in general, etc., really comes out in strategy games like World Builders. And it's interesting to see how somebody thinks. Some pips were obsessed with science, a special resource we could use to discover new buildings that would not fall on us. Click on the research button. Kept to tell you what structures we had knowledge of. Each building required producing a certain amount of science to be discovered. A required is redundant in that sentence. I alone chose where to focus the research efforts. Hover over the building to see its details and click on it. You don't have a beta tester stopping you at every turn. This would just be a brilliant game that you cruise through and have fun. Very light, very small, very nice. After we discovered new buildings, we gained access to even more brilliant ideas. Can't recollect them right now. New research ideas will appear. Okay, cool. I want to see if I can chop down trees. There we go. Go get me trees. Maybe I'm not very good at it yet. Wood collector. Okay, so I have to select it, and then for some reason I can't click on these trees just yet. So we'll find out why. Maybe they just want a research idea really quickly. Research all these elements to unlock further things. Forager. Okay, so I need that. Oh, I need 4 science before I can cut down trees. That is an interesting conundrum. We will obviously just harvest food then. This is what we're going to do. We're going to harvest food until we feel better. We make babies yet? Not just yet. We are short food, so we'll do that. 1 science! Then we sleep. And after the science, we rest. 1, 2, 3. 2 science! Link in the description below. Like I said, it should be available within a couple weeks. By the time we get this up, it usually takes us at least 2 weeks to get everything posted. We do batch play. You'll see that I'm wearing a lot of the same outfits, etc. Which is fine. We're all right with this. 3 science! Also down there is Gamer Grind. Gamer Coffee shipped to your door. They'll put your logo on merch for like nothing but. Here's a logo. Have them laying around. Or you can support the Pirate Queen. We love it when you put their logo on stuff. So just buy some stickers and so on. Coffee mugs, t-shirt. Whatever makes you happy, friend. Whatever brings you joy. Yes, I'm sure. Why would I not be sure in this case? 4 science! Also down there is coffee. KOFI. I buy this chick a coffee when Miller make me smile. and then Patreon. So if you do want to do a subscription base, we do go through and just partially beta test things for devs. So that's something that we do. Am I gathering enough food? I am right now. But I don't know what's going to happen when I assign somebody to be raw. Hold on. My science is going to let me do things. My science senses are tingling. I'll get into a little more on Patreon. Basically, you're donating so that I can turn around and donate my time, but you do get bonus material on movies, books, TV. You can ask us questions, videos that we can't post here, stuff like that. So you can gather water, pick seeds. I don't understand this. Berry shrubs. Oh, plant bushes. So we might run out of food, but we want to progress to shoot, so we can't even chop down trees just yet. I guess we'll do berry shrubs, even though that's probably the wrong... I don't think that'll get us where we're going, but it just is what it is. It's going to use all of our science points, so... And we'll continue together, so... Unreachable, no work is available. Fun science! Above all, hit subscribe. So if you hit subscribe and the bell, it'll pop you up a little thumbnail. You can see if you want to spend 10-15 minutes with us. If we found something that you consider awesome or interesting. If you're a lurker, that's fine. If you want to drop us a comment or ask us a question, please do. We love you guys. We love that you're always along for the ride. So definitely do hit that subscribe. We're still experimenting around with YouTube algorithm. I think that I have it, but go ahead and hit like, and we'll see what it does to the videos as far as who sees them. And why I do get to look at everything except for who you are. I never see who you are. I just see whether or not you're a subscriber. So go ahead and hit like and give us that boost, and then we can see how it tracks as far as search worldwide, and then search locally, and then search throughout YouTube and so on. We can pass that along and help awesome devs like this succeed. Subscribe, like, bell. We love you guys. We love that you're as long for the ride, and we'll see you next video.